guys, Asher coming at you today with another Red Shot Legends Champion Guide. Welcome to the video, guys. Today's going to be a good one. I'm actually going to break this up into a two-parter video. I did that with Nishak. I released part one, I don't know, a few days ago. Basically, a specific team that he is known for. So, like the one-turn bomb kill. And then I'm going to put out a regular guide on Nishak later. I'm going to do the same thing with Mighty Ukko because he is a beast in two totally different builds. One for kind of PvE content, specifically Hydra Clan Boss, and another one for the Arena. He's one of my most used Arena champions, so I wanted to start with the Arena guide today. Let me know if you like that idea, if you dislike that idea. Of course, I could combine them and make it like a 45-minute video and cover both builds and do a full play test on each. That's an option too. Anyway, in the interest of yours truly's time, we're going to do it this way. Ryan Hamilton, can we get a Mighty Ukko guide, please? Can we do a Mighty Ukko guide from Cyrus N? We have Ukko or Brogni. We need to do a Brogni guide too. We have Tomaz Major. We have a Lucky just pulled Mighty Ukko from Duplicate Legendary Event alongside Mortu Macabre. Oh, congratulations, man. Great champion to get your hands on. We have this guy. We have this guy. Sheep T GTA. Looking for a... I sadly fed my Tyrell. Oh, no. Can you do a Royal Guard Mighty Ukko? We also did a Royal Guard recently as well. So, Mighty Ukko. One of the coolest champions added. He was a fusion or fragment summon or whatever. Very good champion. Base speed 109, defense 1100, almost 19k on the HP, 1233 on the attack, which is noteworthy. His survivability for a reviver is not great. Let's be real. The speed is very good for a reviver for anybody else, right? And the attack is really good considering he has an AoE on the A1 and an AoE attack on the A2. So you can actually build this dude for some damage as well in PvE environments. In today's build in the Arena, we don't care about damage on this champion, okay? More on that in a bit. On Ukko Smash, love the name of the ability, Ukko Smash. We have an AoE attack. We have a 75% chance of placing a decreased attack on an AoE on the A1. Very good. On the A2, an AoE times 2. Each hit 100% chance at removing 2 random buffs from the target. So we have a chance of removing up to 4 buffs from the target because there's 2 on each hit. It's a 100% chance when you book it out, right? Definitely want to book this legendary 100%. Plays up block buffs and a decreased accuracy for 2 turns if the target has no buffs after the attack, which is usually the case. Now, the cool thing is, because there's 2 effects here and 2 hits, we also have a double shot at executing a stun from a stun set on this A2. More on that in a moment. On the A3, revives all dead allies 40% HP with block damage. Not a very good revive, but it is a 4-turn cooldown. He also brings an increased speed on all allies. It will use the increased speed even if you don't revive anybody, which can be annoying because, not because we don't want increased speed, but because we'd rather just have him hitting away with his AoEs every single time rather than placing a 4-turn cooldown increased speed. You know what I'm saying? So usually I shut this off. But in the Arena, sometimes we need it too. So you might have to turn it off auto, etc., etc. Totem Warden's so cool, so valuable everywhere in the game, right? Arena especially, Hydra everywhere, right? Has a 50% chance of stealing 1 random buff from a random enemy each time a buff is placed on the enemy team. There's no cooldown. Also, any stolen buffs become protected. Protected too. Dude, that's nasty. That's nasty. Stealing the unkillable, stealing everything from the enemies. It's not just a, half of it is like, it's so cool that he's just stacking up in protected buffs, right? But the fact that he's stealing them too, that the enemy does not get to take advantage of those buffs is just great. He has speed in all battles by 20, fantastic aura as well, right? The best in the game is speed in all battles by 24%, so he's not that far off. That is Mighty Ukko, the legendary Skinwalker. We didn't even talk anything about him. He's Force Affinity. He looks pretty cool. He's got there's some big long lore story behind whatever this gunk is in the game. You can look into that. He doesn't have lore for himself, though. What other champion has this stuff? Is it, am I making this up? Is it Walking Tombdrang? Or is he just has the baby, or whatever the heck? He has the, Walking Tombdrang has the apropos of absolutely nothing. Who has the gunk? Who has the green gunk? Oh, man, I should know this. Who has it, guys? I know there's like one of you out there screaming at the your screen right now. Yeah. I wonder who has the gunk. Anyway, that gunk is special and it has lore behind it. So there you go, guys. Now you know. All right, enough of the baloney. Let's get to the multipliers here. Hell Hades gives him a 4.5. Very, very exceptionally good champion grade here. One of the best in the game. You can see Clan Boss, Hydra, Doom Tower, Iron Twins, Ice Golem, every dungeon. You name it. Dreadhorn. Amazing Mighty Ukko, right? Eternal Dragon, Celestial Griffin, Frost Spider, Scarab King. Dude, this guy's used almost everywhere. Exceptionally good. 2.5 attack multiplier on the A1 and a 2 attack multiplier on the A2, but it does hit 2 times. So, although they're average overall damage grading, again, if we build this guy with crit rate in PvE, he can deal out some pretty decent supporting damage to our team. All right, guys, I'm going to show you the arena build. This could be used in the arena. It can also be used in a control setting, you know, for dungeon control, for Doom Tower wave control. This is the control build. Why is he so good in a stun set? Well, it's 2 reasons. Number 1, or 3 reasons. He has 2 AoE attacks. He has 2 chances of landing stun here. So we have a whopping 18% chance, but then it's time 2. So both times have an independent, on this hit. Both hits have an independent 18% chance of landing that stun, right? Very, very good. Moreover, the third reason he's great in stun is because he is removing all these buffs, right? So we are removing buffs at the same time, getting rid of the block debuffs and stuff like that. That way we can land the stun. It's a beautiful thing, guys. All right, so let's go. I have polymorph on him as well in terms of an arena blessing. I think this is the way to go. Polymorph is still great. It does require accuracy, but we're building him with a lot of accuracy anyway in the arena because we want to, not because of the stun set, you don't need accuracy for that. We wanted to remove the buffs. He's good against a go second team, right? Obviously. Block buffs, decrease accuracy, we want accuracy for that too, and the decrease attack. So accuracy is going to be a huge priority and focus on this champion. If we look at his total stats here, we have 70k, 3900, 2500. Again, we have him built for no damage here. If I was running him in Hydra, I would sacrifice maybe some of this HP, some of this defense, stack up a little bit extra attack. I'd still want him fast if I could, and then 100% crit rate, right? That would be what I was going for. But we built him really fast for the arena. Well, I guess pretty fast for the arena. And then a lot of accuracy, 508. So, and some survivability because he's our reviver as well, man. My man Mighty Ukko wears a lot of hats, guys. All right, so what do we have for accessories on him? We have accuracy on the banner. We have defense on the amulet. Moreover, we're looking for that accuracy from the substats. We have HP on the ring. We have HP percentage on the chest. We have HP percentage on the gauntlets. We have speed on the boots with good ascension. I mean, this is one of my most used, as I said, arena champions. So, you know, there's a lot of ascension on the gear. We're getting close to the end game here. This is an end game build. We got a quad roll for 57 accuracy on this weapon. Good God. You know what? A quad roll, that justifies more speed. Give me something. Oh, yeah. Well, that was great, guys. That was great. All right, I am in a mood today. All right, now we bump that all the way up to 266, excuse me, on the speed. All right, onto the masteries. So we have them built here in Fearsome Presence. I want to take that 18% chance times 2, and I want to move it to 23% chance times 2 on that A2 on those stuns. Keep in mind, obviously, is A1 also has a chance 23% of landing that stun as well once we have that Fearsome Presence mastery. The other viable tier 6 option that I would consider for the arena would be Eagle Eye. No accuracy is too much accuracy. You know, the more the merrier. So 500 is good, but we'd like to have it even higher. 600, 700, 800, sign me up, you know? Another way to set him up to kind of mitigate if you're not able to get that high on the accuracy is with, obviously, an increased accuracy champion on the team as well. So I went down defense here. Of course, I picked up Harvest Despair as well. It's not going to be incredibly useful in PvP, but it is going to be incredibly useful in Dungeons Doom Tower, right? You're going to be landing the leech as you land the stun. 60% chance. It's a really good a way to get some healing from this champion as well. So big fan, love it. All right, we have improved parry to mitigate, obviously, the critical attacks. Again, we want him to stay alive. It's tough because we want to build this guy with so much. I went with a little bit of extra HP on steadfast instead of pinpoint accuracy. I think going pinpoint is totally fine as well. I did pick up arcane celerity, turn meter boost. Every time a debuff by this champion is removed or expires, he casts a lot of debuffs. So that's a great mastery to consider as well. Whew. We have a perception stat. We have Lore of Steel. It's not giving us much here, but it's giving us a little something. All right, guys. We talked about mastery. We talked about skills. We talked about blessing. We talked about artifacts. I showed you the artifacts and accessories you have in this champion. I am itching to get into the arena, guys. Let's do this. In the arena. All right. We're just going to go with what we got. I put together a fun team, man. So it's a defense-based team because we do have Mithrala with increased defense. We have Solus as our nuker, defense-based nuker. And then we have Alsgore Crimson Horn, who I love this dude, man. I've already put out a guide on him if you guys are curious on the channel. I actually almost, for the first time ever, recorded a double guide on the channel today. Instead of Mighty Ukko, I was going to do Alsgore, and I'm like, okay, I'm excited. I built this team, the arena team and everything like that. And then I'm like, oh my God, I've already done it. The reason I love all these champions in terms of their synergy together is because Mithrala has to increase defense for Solus for more damage and survivability on the whole team, right? Mithrala also has petrification on her passive. That's a great crowd control ability. It's the best in the game, right? But we have buff removal from Mighty Ukko, as we already discussed on the A2, and then more buff removal on Alsgore. He has a 100% chance of removing 2 buffs from all enemies on his A2 ability, okay? And then Solus is removing buffs as well, right here. Has a 100% chance to remove all buffs on his A2. So, man, between these three, and it's not going to be amazing against this team. It is a go first team, but like against a team with any buffs, any buffers, or a lot of buffers, which seems like it's every team in the game lately, they're never going to let them have their buffs up. You know, we didn't land any stuns. That was unfortunate, but look at, they can't buff themselves. They're all dead. They can't buff themselves because of the block bust from Mighty Ukko. And that's the power of Mighty Ukko right there. Isn't this a cool freaking team, guys? I don't know. I'm a big fan of it, if you can't tell, right? All right, let's go to the tough teams here. I'm not messing around with this video. We have an endgame team, so we're going to face some endgame teams here. And frankly, there's not much in terms of the endgame on this particular roster. Let's face this team, and then we'll do a refresh. Okay, here we come again. Mithrala is going first. We come in there. We have a chance at removing Stone Skin. Obviously, it's not always going to work out there. She keeps it there, but that's why we have 2 more buff removers on the team. Alsgore is leading off with his A3, a block damage ability. Again, I love this champion, man. We come in there, and it just, look at this. They're already petrified. We've got provokes everywhere from Solus. We haven't even landed a stun yet. Actually, we did land a stun. Look at this dude. Look at Arbiter, excuse me. No dude. Arbiter is just like loaded with debuffs. I mean, look at the control on this squad, guys. I'll stop drooling all over this team. And that was an A1. We landed a stun on the A1 on their reviver. But nobody can go. Between stuns and petrifications, it doesn't matter. Cute, Arbiter. Cute that you can revive one person. Fantastic stuff. I love it. Just absolutely love it, Arbiter. But man, it might take a few minutes, but this is a fun team to watch, dude. It just locks them down. And really, Mighty Ukko is the motor that makes this all possible, right? Obviously, with that, I didn't even notice the buff stealing off of the totem, that passive there. I think I did see 1 or 2 protected buffs earlier on here, but look at this, man. Now, this is what you guys can do, even if you don't have all these champions, right? I like looking for synergies like this, right? I like kind of doubling down. Let me refresh here. Let me try to find some tough teams. This is a fast go first team with Lydia and Hegemon. Let's go against this, right? Let's go. I do have a bolster set on, what's his face here? Okay. On, excuse me, on Alsgore. All right, so we come in there. We cleanse. We have block damage. They've shot their shot. They've shooted their shot. They've executed their main offense, right? They came in there, Trunda landed a blow, barely felt it. That's it. We come in there, we're going to start removing all their buffs, blocking buffs on everybody, decrease accuracy on everybody, and then just wait for Solus to kill them all, right? This works with any defense-based nuker, or really even a HP-based nuker like a Magnar or something can fit in that last spot if you don't have a Solus. Hopefully you have Mithrala. She is pretty important to a team like this. She's not instrumental. Any increased defense champion will do. Obviously, a Siphi would be even better. Well, arguably even better. You can see the revive there, but we landed a stun against their nuker, right? A stun and a provoke. Might as well. It's just CC on CC on CC. Let's go against one like ultra tanky team, because that's where a team like this really shines, right? But you can see how annoying. I'm sure some of you guys have probably been on the other end of a team like this. Look at this super tanky team here, guys. Pythion, UDK, Ragash, and Nekret. So they all have Stone Skin, or at least most of them had Stone Skin. We're removing the Stone Skin. We're coming in there, placing the block buffs. They did cleanse it with Pythion. Pythion's a great cleanser, but it's okay. We've got better. We've got better. It's just a matter of time, man. This team's like a machine. Look at all our buffs, you know? It's crazy. And keep in mind, we have that really nice polymorph on Mighty Ukko too, right? So if they come in there, they start trying to mess with our buffs. They start trying to debuff us. No worries. We have that polymorph. And having that on even a couple champions on a team like this would be great. So we go in there. We only land one decreased accuracy. Unfortunately, we were already back to the block damage of Alsgor, man. It's beautiful. All right, so that A2 is, I think, one turn away. We're going to come back in here. This team is just loaded, chock full of buffs and cleansing, right? Petrification, petrification. Look at that. They can't cleanse anymore, can they, guys? There we go. We remove some more buffs with Solus. Okay, now we're one turn away. But things are starting to shape up nicely here, aren't they, guys? We come in. Alsgor just helping out a little bit. There we go. Now we come in there. We landed a stun there on Ragash with the A2. Was cleansed away, unfortunately. All right. Start getting some more Solus for being the quote-unquote best defensive-based nuker. He's not really. Harima is really the best defensive-based nuker. I think Harima on this team would be a lot faster. You know what, guys? I was going to let you go. We're going to win this battle no matter what. But I'm going to put in Harima. And she's the crown jewel of my account. And I love her. So let's see how much faster this would be with Harima over Solus. As I said, we were going to win either way there, but I just want to kind of put the big guns. Bring out the big guns. This is how I would run this team instead of Solus, despite the fact that she does not have the, look at that. Oh, now we got turned into a sheep. Not cool, man. Not cool at all. Once all these stone skins go off, there's nothing we can do about that, obviously. Can't get them all off. We got a 50% chance of being blocked, obviously. Then you're going to watch Harima just go to town. And I actually kind of like that she got stunned by Ragash there, because I don't want her to use her AoE just yet until all of the stone skins and all these pesky buffs are removed. So we don't want to revive her, Mighty Ukko, to be deado. Luckily, we do have plenty of heals from Alsgor on his A3, believe it or not. There it is. That's the big nuke we were looking for there from Harima. Now the Reviver is down, and now it's game over there. But I will say that Mighty Ukko got a little low on HP there. Keep in mind that Alsgor has a full heal, a complete heal on his A3 ability with that block damage. I love that dude. Did I mention that? So this is Mighty Ukko. Just unstoppable in the arena. A lot of people think Mighty Ukko and they think Hydra for good reason, but I love this build so much. Guys, hopefully you do too. Try Mighty Ukko and his stun with Fearsome Presence in the arena. You will not regret it. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.